Well, everyone should know about the death penalty, and today I'll be talking about should Iowa have the death penalty. Death penalty, 31 states have the death penalty currently right now. 19 of the states do not, and Iowa just has to be one of the states that does not have death penalty. So I'm all for the death penalty. I think every state should have it, but then you have the opposing side, and everyone says, oh, your state killing, the state's killing the people. The people on death row, they have rights. And also it costs a lot of money because when you take them to trial, they have to get all the prosecutors and all the defenders, and it costs a lot of money to do all that. So today we'll talk just a little bit about the history of like why Iowa got rid of the death penalty. We'll talk about little facts, statistics about death penalty, a little social, emotional, like why Iowa should have death penalty. So first, the history. Iowa got rid of the death penalty in 1965 from Harold Everett. He was the 36th governor of Iowa, and he was the dude himself who signed the bill to get rid of Iowa's death penalty. Little facts. This is from 2013. You can't really find anything like today's date, but back then there's a bunch of people on death row. California was the biggest part. They had 727 people on death row in 2013. Little crime rate. I did Omaha versus Council Bluffs, and Council Bluffs, their violent crime, their property crime was just out of the world. Council Bluffs property crime and violent crime, it just Nebraska can't even compare. Because Nebraska has a death penalty, but Iowa doesn't. I also did. Does anyone know how much it costs for like an inmate in jail for 1 year? Well, the answer is $30,000. For one inmate in a jail, it costs $30,000 per year to keep him in the jail. So if you look at Potawatomi jail, we have 275 people in that jail alone, and that costs up anywhere between $8+ million that us taxpayers have to pay for it. So at end of the year, everyone pays taxes. Everyone should know what taxes is. You tax on everything. So that tax money goes to the inmates in jail. So we have to pay for the inmates in jail. Everyone, and then a little emotional. Everyone should know Burbridge. He got killed at the Potawatomi jail. This guy right here, the real thug of the group, he killed Burbridge 1 year and 7 days ago on May 1st. He killed Burbridge. This guy here is not in the Potawatomi jail. He got a Class A felony. That's like the highest tier in Iowa. A Class A is like life in prison or 100 some plus years. He got the Class A felony without parole, so he's in prison the rest of his life. So that means his family has to pay for that guy who killed his father the rest of his life. That's the rest of his life he has to pay. They have to pay, taxpayers have to pay for him. Also, these guys, Berno and Martin, they were the biggest thing. They died 1 year ago or a couple years ago in Des Moines. This was what's bringing Des Moines governor back into the loop to bring the death penalty back. Because there's so many cops nowadays, they're dying for people. If you look at it, I think a couple weeks ago in New York, there was 2 officers that just got shot dead, and the people just went to the jail, not in death row. So a little bit of recap. We talked about the history, when Iowa got rid of the death penalty in 1969. We talked a little about the facts, statistics, like how Council Bluffs crime rate, property rate is just so much higher than Omaha. So, and social. We talked a little about Burbridge, his family. I plead for them guys. They had to pay for that one guy the rest of his life in prison, and the 2 people who died in Des Moines. So in conclusion, Kim, she's the governor of Iowa, needs to get going and signing the bill for Iowa death penalty.